How many of you think you say a lot of yeses in your life? How many yeses? Are you a yes person? Now, doesn't that seem like an oxymoron, right? If we say yes, how can we de-stress? If we're yes people, how are we going to get the stress reduced in our lives? Well, I'm suggesting that we say yes to ourselves. How many of you think you say yes to yourselves at least 50% of the time? Take care of yourself. Not a lot of people, right? I think we're a society that was brought up, we need to say yes to everybody else first. And then someday we'll get to us. You ever notice people talk about retirement? When I retire, when I pay off the mortgage, when. Then they get retired and they're ill because of stress and other factors, of course. But stress plays a really key role in this. Can you change your customers?
Yes.
Yes. You can. You can. But can you change who they are if they're not willing to go there?
No.
Can you change your coworkers if they're not willing to go there? You can affect them, but we really can't affect the way we feel about people more than anything, right? I can change my mind, I can change my behavior, but it can be challenging to change them. But let me give you a story to start off with that I thought was wonderful last year. One of the staff was sharing with me that they were in one of the southern properties, and they had a resident who every day would come into the front office, and he had his rubber ducky thermometer in his hand. And he'd go into the office, and your pool is too cold. My thermometer says it's this, and you say it's that, and it's too cold. So that was quite ornery. So after days and days of him doing this, one of the staff members, all she said was one thing to the man, shifted everything. He came in with one of those luminous green bathing suit trunks on, you know, the glow-in-the-dark kind. And she said to the man, she said, you know, those bathing suit trunks look wonderful on you. The man stopped coming in every day. She said that he came in about once every 2 to 3 weeks, and he didn't bring his rubber ducky anymore. And he said to them very nicely, ladies, do you think you could warm up that pool a little bit? All she did was change her mind about him. All she did was find something about him to be supportive of that was encouraging. Now, all customers aren't that easy, are they? Right? They're not. But trying to find something, whether it's a coworker you're challenged with, whether it's a customer, find something right about them that can shift the energy. I'm sure you guys have experienced that yourself. All right, so we've got a complaint. And I'm going to have Larry approach me twice. Do you have a situation with him?
I do. My key doesn't work in my room.
Oh, your key doesn't work?
I had 2 keys. The keys don't work in my room.
Well, did you try them, like...
I tried each one twice.
Sir, can you just calm down a second? It's like, I'm not the person that gave you the keys.
I understand that,
okay, so
but they don't work.
Yeah, okay, I'm getting to that. I'm just saying my colleague did it, so I feel like you're agitated with me. I want you to calm down. It's not my fault, first of all. All right?
Okay.
All right, so hold on a second. What's that energy like?
Ooh,
How pleasant was that?
not good.
No, let's try it again. Take 2.
My keys don't work in my room.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. That must be frustrating.
It is.
Yeah, did you come from very far?
Well, I was here last night and my keys don't work this
Oh,
morning.
I'm sorry. You know, sometimes it's the credit cards or sometimes it's just us. Anyway, I'd like to take care of that right away.
Okay.
My apologies. Yeah, no, now listen, for the inconvenience, I know, do you like to have a drink in the evening? Or?
I don't drink.
Okay, we also have a little happy hour if you want some. I can write you up for a couple of snacks and
Sure.
appetizers. I am so sorry, sir. That's very frustrating. Last thing you need at the end of the day. What's that energy like?
Much better.
Right? I am sorry takes us so far. Thank you, Larry. So first of all, I'm sorry. Whether you've been wrong or not, right? On behalf of my colleague, on behalf of my company, hold yourself accountable and responsible. Haven't you been on the phone with a customer service person? You say to them, you know, you've got an issue and they fight you 20 minutes. And you're like, all I was waiting for was somebody to say, I'm sorry. And to be heard. We just want to be heard and we want somebody to hold themselves accountable. It makes your life easier, not to even mention the customers. In most sales trainings, it's about strategy, it's about procedure, it's about structure. With me, I'm going to focus more on the energy of sales. So before the sales call, the first thing I did was I set an intention. And I said, okay, universe, here's the deal. I'm dreading this. I don't like salespeople. I'm terrified. This is a big ticket item. So I went, okay, here's what I want. I want to, number one, connect with this person. Number two, open my heart. And number three, really enjoy the process. But I want to get my head out of lack, out of fear, and into just connecting with this individual on the phone. When we get angry at somebody else, it's a matter of stopping, going inside and going, okay, why am I triggered here? What's going on? In fact, let's do something right now for a few minutes. Now this is especially in the corporate world. How many of you, it's time for lunch? Oh, I got a lot of work to do. I'll go to lunch at 12:30. 12:30 becomes 1 o'clock, becomes 1:30, becomes 2, becomes 3. You don't get to your lunch. Does this sound familiar? Yes, we don't take time for ourselves. And it is so important, right? We have to take care of ourselves. And what I used to say in my customer service training is we get over to the pearly gates. And we get to St. Peter, and he says, woo, Theresa, good for you. You're here bright and early. In fact, a couple of years early because you burnt yourself out. I'm so impressed. And actually, we're going to give you brownie points up here in heaven because you burnt yourself out and worked so hard. I don't think so. You start focusing on gratitude. Gratitude says, okay, I got you. Here's some more.